so you all decided to do a double degree at Thomas More in Mechelen. Okay, do you think this was a good choice? Okay, we'll start with Zsuzsa. What do you think? Was this a good choice for a double degree?
Absolutely. I think it was one of the best choices I've made since applying to Budapest Business School. I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to experience student life abroad. The facilities are perfect. Student life is very enjoyable. So I believe it's enriching my life in any area that I can think of.
Okay. Peter?
I also think I have made the right decision when choosing Mechelen and Thomas More. Everyone is really welcoming. The students, the teachers, the lecturers, the staff, everyone, even in the city, just random shop workers even. And everyone speaks perfect English also. So anyone coming from Budapest Business School can communicate easily, even without the knowledge of Dutch. Yeah, so overall, I think Mechelen met every one of the criteria I had before trying to apply for a double degree. So I think I made the right decision also.
That's great to hear. Benza?
Okay, so I also think that this was a really good choice to come here, as this whole series, the lifestyle is completely different than in Hungary, and it's so great to be able to experience this, and yeah, I really like the school as well. I think it's very well. I don't know how. I don't know how is it called in English, but the technology is really at a high level at the university, okay. So it's really good.
Okay, great. Max?
Yeah, overall, I think the double degree program is one of the best programs the school offers to us, and I think we chose one of the best places to come here in Mechelen. Belgium in itself is already very, very international, and you can meet plenty of interesting people. And next to this, you have the fact that the school is a very, as Benson, Petit, and Zsuzsa said, is a high-level school. It has great technology and yeah, very good options. So yeah, overall a great experience.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so which has been your favorite class when you've been at Thomas More? Okay, we'll start with Max. We'll go reverse order this time. So Max, what's been your favorite class at Thomas More?
Probably Asian business topics was the most interesting, just because of I mean I love Asian culture, and it was a great subject to me personally to study more about Asia and the business opportunities. And next to that, the way the lecturer held discussions was very new to me, and I think it was a very Western European level of teaching, or a different way of teaching, which suited me well. And yeah, I think it was the best class I've taken here.
Okay, Peter, your best class?
It's a hard choice for me. It's probably between world economics and personal development, because I like them both, but for different reasons. I think personal development is a great subject because it focuses on your own development, not necessarily in a sense of academic knowledge, but as a person, and I think that's great. You can focus on your own well-being inside of a university class. And the world economics I like because, as Max said previously, it's taught by the same lecturer, so it's a very different style of teaching, and it's more interactive and discussion based. And yeah, it has been very enticing for me.
Okay, Mensa?
It's a hard choice for me as well, but if I think of one subject, it has to be entrepreneurial management too, and it is held by the same teacher as Max's favorite and Peter's, Alexander Deblond. And yeah, it was a really interesting subject because we had two parts. One was a group assignment, and we had to do a presentation about a business plan of a company, and the second part of the class was to write another business plan, which individually longer, in like the competition of the previous companies. So I think it was a really good exercise, and I could learn from it.
Okay, great. Zsuzsanna?
For me, it's more like a group of subjects, and this might be something of a controversial answer because I'm going to go with statistics, business analytics, business intelligence fundamentals, digital skills. And this was something that really surprised me because I never imagined these subjects to be interesting for me, at least on a personal basis. And I never imagined that I would be actually good at them. But I have such a fantastic teacher, Miss Marie Lapuga, who she taught SAP in the previous semester, and now I have 3 classes with her. And there is such a good mix of theoretical knowledge and practical application and case studies that they managed to make these subjects relevant and interesting. So I understand it now in a much more depth, and this was something really surprising for me. And I believe that this is going to also inform my future career choices. But aside from this, I enjoy most of my classes. I can find at least one reason why each of my classes is a standout experience for some reason.
Okay, that's great. That's great to hear. You're 4 young people here, and all 4 of you have different favorite classes. So it sounds like the standard of teaching in Mechelen is really high, and the classes are really enjoyable, which is great to hear. Okay. Aside from the classes, what else have you enjoyed whilst you've been in Mechelen, so outside of university? Okay, I'll start with Zsuzsanna again. Okay, so what have you enjoyed most about being in Mechelen, apart from the university?
Extracurricular university activities are also great. I don't know if that is part of your question or not.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
But what I enjoy the most is that every place, like literally everywhere, is accessible with bicycle. There are bicycle roads everywhere in the city, and any place from restaurants to the ice skating rink to cinemas to shopping malls, supermarkets, everywhere you can go with a bike, and every place is just so bicycle friendly. This is such a novel experience for me because unlike in Budapest, I don't have to ride my bike in heavy traffic in the middle of buses and trucks, and that's a really great experience. The student life is great. ESN, the Erasmus Student Network, and some extracurricular classes are organizing all kinds of get-togethers and parties and trips. So there's a lot to do. I never feel that I lack for fun activities.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so Peter, what do you like outside of studying? Whilst you're in Mechelen, what do you like doing?
For me, the whole being in an international environment concept is new. When in the sense of being in an international environment for a longer period of time, and luckily I've chose Mechelen, and the people here have been very welcoming. And as Gijon have previously stated, the student life is great. Everyone is really welcoming and easy to talk to. I don't think it's common here to get discriminated, at least when we talk about the students of Thomas More. And also being in Belgium, it's a really central part of Europe, and it's easy to access cities in France, Netherlands, and yeah, we have been exploring some new places.
Okay, that's great. Okay, Max. So what do you enjoy about being in Mechelen?
Well, it's kind of the same as Peter. I think the amount of cities we've explored is probably more than I've explored before coming here all my life. But yeah, I think we Hungarians always say that Hungary is the heart of Europe, but Belgium is kind of the heart of Western Europe, and you can really experience that while living here. How every weekend you can go actually quite cheap, especially when you go to Belgian cities. It's very cheap, and you can explore Europe for basically a couple euros. And yeah, I think that was the biggest privilege living here. But otherwise, also just socializing for me. Also, it was different in a sense where the university attracts so many people from different continents, also and countries where yeah, I just enjoy the socializing so much. But yeah.
Okay, Benza.
Yeah, so I agree with everything that previously was told. Yeah, it's really good that in the university there are multiple nationalities, and you can basically meet people all around the world, and it's such a good experience to talk with them also. And for the football lovers, I want to highlight that Mechelen has a really great stadium where they play football matches, and it's quite cheap. So every football fans who's coming here, I can really recommend them going there for a match. At least it's a really good experience.
Okay, that's excellent news. Okay, so how do you think that the double degree has changed your life or will change your future? Okay, can I start with Benza with this one?
Yeah, so previously I've never been I never had an international experience for a longer period of time, just as Peter. So it was completely new for me, and I think I developed a lot during this time, especially organizing myself. But I still have to work on it. So yeah, basically that's it.
Okay, Max, how do you think this has changed your life or will change your future doing the double degree?
I think definitely career choices, and also just I think I've kind of adopted the lifestyle of Belgians, where yeah, I think they're very hardworking, and they still live a fun life. So I think yeah, a part of me has become Belgian, and yeah, I think it will always affect me in being more career pursuing, for example, and yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, Peter, how do you think it's changed your life or will change your future doing the double degree in Thomas More?
Well, so far, I think it's changed my mind in a sense that it has given me a wider perspective of the world. It has a little bit opened my eye towards how different each country is, and the cultures of each country are. Even the Belgian culture, or from the international students, you can learn a lot from the whole world. For the future, I think that employers may find it interesting and an advantage that I have spent an extra year in Mechelen, because I got international experience, and also yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, Juja, how do you think doing the double degree has changed your life or will change your future?
Like Peter said, it definitely gave me a new perspective. I learned to appreciate pretty much all the classes I have, and I find some value in all of them. The fact that I was able to construct my own schedule and tailor my study program to what I find valuable and educational for my future career was a great experience for me. Meeting so many people from so many cultures is just a delight. I have friends from all over the world. Literally, in classes, I can sit next to people from Aruba and Vietnam and Canada and Russia and South Africa, and it's just such a unique and eye-opening experience. And I try to internalize as much of this attitude and mentality as possible, and I hope that my future employers will find this broad perspective valuable.
Okay, that's great. Okay, just one final question. Okay, would you advise students to come to Thomas More for a double degree now? Okay, just one word answer, yes or no. Okay, Zuzana?
Absolutely.
Peter?
Definitely, yes.
Okay, Vanessa?
Yes, of course.
Okay, Max?
100% for sure.
Okay, thank you very much.